Welcome everybody to a new My Hero Academia video, a new ultimate guide, this time for All Might. This was probably the most difficult guide to work on, even though All Might isn't all that complicated once you get the hang of it, because I don't actually have the character. So before we begin, before we do absolutely anything else, before I continue and we delve into the guide itself, I want to give a massive shout out, a massive special thanks to Go on Yellow, Equivocal, and Hex, all of them from Discord. They helped me with a ton of different stuff. Yellow helped me with the videos that you're gonna be seeing on screen. Equi helped me with some explaining some stuff to me that I just didn't understand, and also he gave me the screenshot for the chips, and Hex gave me some useful tips to add onto the guide. So massive shout out, massive special thanks to all of them. Thank you so much for helping me create this guide. And of course, as usual, YuYJ, he's going to be joining us a little bit later into this guide too. Of course, he's always the brain behind these guides, behind these operations. So of course, huge shout out and thank you to all of them for making this guide possible. So with all of that out of the way, we can actually focus on All Might. And I hate these characters, guys. Let me just tell you, I just detest, I hate this character so much. He's so annoying. He's so annoying, and now that I actually understand what he actually does, I hate him even more. I hate him even more. Oh my god. And I'm so glad, let me just tell you, I'm so glad, so glad that talents and chips and stuff like that don't actually play a role into Arena. Otherwise All Might would just be like broken. Couldn't even begin to describe how All Might would behave in Arena, in PvP, if if everybody wasn't on the same footing in that mode. So yeah, anyways, let's just get started. Let's just jump straight into his abilities. Alright, and let's just jump straight into his abilities. And we're gonna start with his auto attack. His auto attack is actually kind of like an ability. In the case of All Might, it's kind of weird, but basically his auto attack is related to his like bar, like technical bar. It's not called technical bar, but I don't know what to call it. His passive, his bar with 3 symbols that you can see at the bottom of the screen that every character has. So that's basically his auto attacks, right? So the way that it works is basically you have 2 basic auto attacks, right? You can use 2 basic auto attacks that are gap closers, by the way, and he's also invincible while he's doing them. He dodges everything while he's doing that. Absolutely disgusting, if you ask me. And then he starts channeling, he starts charging, and so the little symbols, the 3 little symbols at the bottom will just light up, and you just have to press auto attack again whenever the symbol that you want to use lights up. That's pretty much all there is to it. So the first one is going to be S1, right? Carolina Smash. It's a gap close, and that's just like the X that he chops. That's pretty much all there is to it. And then we have S2, which is Oklahoma Smash, and that's the actual cancer that people spam in PvP. That's the one that it turns into a tornado and then sucks your enemies in and deals a disgusting amount of damage, and you can't do anything against him until he's done. It's just absolutely disgusting ability. Then we have S3, which is going to be Texas Smash, and Texas Smash is the one where he makes this huge rock that covers like half the arena. When you're playing Super Co-op, you can see like it covers half the arena. Is ridiculous. And then he just deals another punch that breaks the rocks, basically. That's the punch that actually deals damage. The first one kind of like staggers you, I think. Again, if I get anything wrong, guys, please just correct me in the comments. Like I said, I don't know this character. I don't have him. I just learned a little bit about him thanks to all the people that I mentioned before. So yeah, please correct me if I get anything wrong, okay? So then we have his Q. His Q is related to his quirk. And basically his quirk, as far as I understand, it just gives him more damage, and also it will give you more stacks for your Q, like double the stacks for your Q. So basically 2 stacks. So let me clarify what I'm talking about. So when I say his stacks, you can see right there on the Q, you can probably see it on the screen right now. I'm just looking at the guide, but you can probably see that his Q has a little like glowing number right above it. And basically you get a stack on your Q anytime that you use one of your 3 abilities at the bottom with your auto attack, right? And so if you use your Q before you have 7 stacks, you deal a little bit less damage than if you use your Q with all 7 stacks. And basically the way that your Q works is that it will create again a tornado that sucks enemies in again and deals true damage, which is so disgusting. I can't even begin. I'm having trouble saying it without gagging. That's how disgusting this is. But yeah, basically he just creates a tornado, and the tornado deals true damage. It's disgusting. Oh, he also punches before he creates the tornado, and that punch also deals damage. So of course, this character is just so dumb, so dumb. And then we have his W. His W is also his W and his abilities, like all of his abilities, except for maybe his auto attack. All of his abilities are actually very, very simple. But you know, they're very simple but very powerful. So yeah. So his W basically just jumps into the air and falls on top of an enemy, and he deals a ton of damage. That's it, right? And then with your chipset, you actually like if you have his chipset, you actually can follow that W with the tornado. Then his E is exactly the same thing, except that if you cast it again 1 second after you cast it the first time, it actually knocks your enemies back. And of course, because of the chipsets, he can also follow that up with another tornado. The tornado is actually exactly the same thing. If you don't know, it's the same one as the one on your auto attack. I'm pretty sure, right? The one that turns All Might himself into a tornado and you can move around. Not the one like your Q, right? The tornado from your Q doesn't move, as far as I understand. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, that's basically it. One more thing that I forgot to mention at the very start, depending on how you build your talent tree, you can also follow your Texas Smash S3, you know, the big rock. You can follow that with a tornado too, if you you know, depending on how you build. I think that's in the bottom right branch, I think. And then we have his ultimate, his R, United States of Smash. It just deals a ton of damage, and it's another tornado. This one doesn't actually act like all of his other tornadoes. That is just the animation. I don't know why they were so obsessed with tornadoes. I don't actually remember All Might like spinning around like an idiot, like in the anime or something, but I don't know. For some reason, the devs were like really into All Might making tornadoes. I don't know. Now we're just going to jump into the core gameplay, and like I said many times already, I don't know this character, I don't know him that well, so I'm going to actually pass the mic on to YuYJ, Dan, and so he can take care of it. You know, he can actually explain to you what each thing means, because he wrote all of this. I just transcribed it into the guide, and you know, I'm making the video. But I'm just gonna let him explain the core gameplay and everything that he wrote, so that, you know, I don't mess up, because if I read it, I'm probably gonna mess up. So yeah, let's go do that.
All right. So for All Might's core gameplay, you basically want to just spam Texas Smash as much as you can. So for a typical fight, the opener is going to be W into Quirk, and then with your chipset active, you should instantly spin. You'll be invulnerable for the entire spin. You spin out, you do a Q, you dodge cancel your Q, and then you go straight into a Texas Smash. This gives you 2 stacks right off the bat, and it should give your Texas Smash, like the very first Texas Smash, the 100% attack buff from using W. And you have 2 stacks on Q. Right after this, you spam out Texas Smashes, and you let it chain into your your Oklahoma repeatedly every time. So after your opener, you do a Texas Smash, goes into a Tornado. Once that's over, you dodge cancel his Tornado, charge up another Texas Smash into Tornado, and for this one, you should have your quirk back up. So turn your quirk back on while you're charging, right before the Texas Smash goes off, and then as soon as your Tornado starts, turn the quirk back off. This will let you get in 2 more Texas Smashes with the quirk, which puts you straight to 7 stacks on Q. As soon as you hit 7 stacks on Q, your W should be back up. So just W into quirk, into Q, and just repeat that over and over again. The cool thing about All Might is that he feels really strong because he's invincible for a lot of this rotation. So Texas Smash, he's invincible for the entire thing. Oklahoma, he is invincible for the entire thing if you cast it while your quirk is up. Fully charged Detroit Smash, invincible. W gives you 100% max health shield. So it's pretty crazy how survivable he is. You can pretty much just face tank every mechanic except for the Mud Tornado. And even then, if you can like scoot into the Mud Tornado in a tornado of your own while you're invincible, you can actually DPS him for the entirety of it, if you're good with the timing. As for I Am Here, his E, I pretty much never use it, except if you have SS All Might. You can use it every so often, like when you're in a downtime in your rotation, just to get the assist off, because your assist will do a ton of damage. But that's about it. That's pretty much the core gameplay. Texas Smash is your biggest damage. Chain your New Hampshire Smash into Detroit Smash, and, you know, just smash their faces in.
Alright guys, and finally for his cards. Okay, we have Cold Shot. You already know from my ultimate support card guide that Cold Shot is a top tier card. It'll give you tons of crit. So you definitely want to give him Cold Shot if you have him. And actually a 5-star card, Ectoplasm, is incredibly good for All Might. Ectoplasm is just going to increase your damage by a lot. It's very good. If you actually have broken through Nomu or Shigi, you can use those instead of a not broken through Ectoplasm. But if you are on the same level, right, if your Ectoplasm and your Shigi or your Nomu are on the same like level, or you know, like they're not broken through, or they're breaking through the same level, then you definitely want to favor Ectoplasm in this case, right? Then you have the All Might exclusive cards, and so the first one is going to be One for All, and it's basically just going to increase your damage by 12%, and the second one is going to be Justice Wins, which increases your damage by 14% for 8 seconds whenever you gain a stack for your Q. Okay, then we have his budget cards, which are going to be Ectoplasm, Cellophane, Ragdoll, and Shoji. I think you all already know what these cards do. I don't think I have to go over them. And for his ships, just like any other hero, you want to prioritize any and all damage stats, mainly crit and penetration, of course, just like all of the other heroes. And you know, the chipset, like I was telling you already before, gives you an additional 20% damage, and also it actually allows you to use your Tornado right after your W and your E. So you definitely 100% want to get your chipset if you have All Might, of course. Then let me just mention the 2 miscellaneous stuff that you know, that I have. Thank you so much to my friends at Clover. you know, the Discord server for this information. It's and they basically told me that his ult isn't all that useful. It doesn't deal a lot of damage, and its animation is also very slow. So you know, this is fairly common with actually quite a few heroes. So yeah, you definitely don't want to be ulting that much with All Might. And also that if you actually combo All Might's fully charged Q with the Mina active card, he will pretty much delete 5 bars of the health, you know, of the Night Ops bosses. And if you don't know the Night Ops bosses, I think the first one in the last stage has like 12 health bars. The second one I think has like 15. So yeah, 5 HP bars is a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the guide. All Might is actually a pretty simple, pretty straightforward character. This guide was actually a lot harder than it should have been, just because I don't have the character. So I hope everything was good. I hope you got everything, you understood everything that I was trying to say. And if I got anything wrong, please guys just, you know, leave a comment and tell me, and I would be happy to correct it in the guide. Obviously I can't change the video, but in the guide I would be happy to correct anything that I might have gotten wrong. And so yeah, you guys can check out my other guides, my ultimate support card guide and my ultimate talent tree guide, if you're curious about, you know, if you want to go into that like more in depth, for sure. And yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you'd like more videos like this, more guides like this, and I'll see you guys on the next one.